Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another watch along. Guys, apologies that I went live so late. I was trying to access my ESPN account. I was able to log in and everything, but whenever I would click on the Barcelona stream, I wasn't popping up. It wasn't opening up, and tried everything, reset my Wi-Fi, log in, log out. Try different browsers, wasn't working, but I managed to reset my computer for, well, I think the second or third time. Managed to work after I reset my Wi-Fi. Just, I don't know, magically it worked, and I will take it. We'll take it. But Barcelona, I wasn't able to watch the first half. I did see the goal from Barcelona. Fortunate goal for us. Lucky that it was an own goal from Girona. But Barcelona in the lead, and we take that. We take that. Let me grab my phone really quickly. All right. Back into the swing of things, guys. All right. All right. Let me bring this up. Any changes to the lineup? Any changes? Let me see. No changes so far. Okay, okay. I see that. I see that. What's up, Christopher? Barca's doing all right in the first half, but we need to execute. Okay, okay. How has the team been performing? Let me look at the stats. Okay, 10 shots, 4 on target. Okay, we've been getting some good shots, but from where though? Okay, a couple good shots in the inside the box. Having a lot of passes. The expected goals is a little bit low. Girona not really threatening much. Okay, that's positive. Who's performing well? Pedri, of course, I assume. Then Juma, wow. Oh, Artumelu. Okay, okay. Interesting to see that. All right. What's up, Samurai? Good to see you again. Sup, bro? Long time since I was last able to be here. Samurai, welcome, welcome. Good to see you back, man. Good to see you. How are you? What's up, NJ? Overall, it's a decent game. Positioning is good, defending is good, but the offense needs some work. Can't blame them because Girona's defense is on point. Okay, that's true. That's true. Also, something that I have noticed is that this is not our starting, front line. There is no Rafinha, which is surprising. Rafinha on the bench. It doesn't seem that Hansi Flick is going to be counting on him tonight. Lewandowski and Lamine Yamal are the only two starters. Fermín Lopez in that number 10. Okay. No, okay, what I'm assuming is that there isn't going to be that much width on the left-hand side, especially with the absence of Balde. If Gerard Martín is there, he's more of a defensive fullback. I'm guessing he's just there to give some rest to Balde, which is surprising because he did have just 2 weeks of rest. Araujo starting, good to see him back. Garcia, good choice, good choice. Gavi starting out on the left-hand side. Just Koundé. I'd want to see Hector 4 in the second half. I want to see Hector 4. I want him be given some minutes. But game has been underway.
I'll get my bearings, Alex.
There we go.
We're still confused by that decision by the referee.
Well, yes. It was good to hear Ali and Kay and Mario, everyone talk about it at halftime. Glad they shared our bewilderment.
All right. There's no major mistake at all, unless if you count missing time in the play. Okay. That's positive, positive. Barca are doing well.
Still the same 11 out there that started this game for Hansi Flick.
All right.
Barcelona looking to
Especially De Jong, because if he's in it, it'll be a different structure. I agree. And I think it's a smart decision for Hansi Flick to rest him. You know, with that, overload, I think it's a good idea just to not risk it. Have him be fit for the game in midweek against Atletico Madrid.
Not only that, since they
You want him to be
lost
there.
to Atletico de Madrid in the last game of the 2024 calendar year, in La Liga they have only conceded 1 goal, and it was against Valencia in that 7-1 victory. So they've been impeccable. They have improved a lot defensively speaking.
All right.
Yeah, we showed you the next 3 games as they came out of the locker room at half-time.
Oh, Edic. Hey, that's a foul. Oh, Lewandowski's through. But he doesn't have the pace. Ooh, nice, Pedri. Lamine, take a shot. No. It was a good try. Good try.
A foot or two wide.
It all started with an amazing move by Eric Garcia, receiving the
Yeah,
ball with a
great turn from
great
Eric.
pass with the
Oh,
outside of
lovely
the
Trivela
foot,
pass as well.
right into the space for
Hey, that's a
Lewandowski.
foul,
The
man.
polish was a little bit slow, and then Lamine Yamal came in with
The shot a little bit wide.
Yeah, we saw Eric Garcia pre-game, didn't we, with some really warm
Nice,
exchanges.
Pedri.
Of course, he knows so many players on this Girona team so well, having been a big part of what they did last year.
Nice little combination play right here.
Yamal into Lewandowski to Feach. Lewandowski playing the hold-up role. Martin's cross.
Corner kick for Barcelona. All right.
That's as far forward down the left as we've seen Gerard Martin today.
Yeah, and this is the first time that he, in a very shy fashion, but he tries to take on his marker and try to do something in the final third. But other than just playing a back pass, a security pass.
Seventh corner for Barcelona.
Ah,
In the near post area.
corner 9.
Dealt with defensively.
Nice. Regular clearance. All right. We take that. We take that. Ooh, nice turn.
Fermín Lopez. Some very neat and tidy play in the centre circle. Araujo on
Eric Garcia is
again.
into. See, but there's no pass right there. There's no pass option. He would have. Oh.
Well, Yamal declined the more obvious pass to Martin. Again,
No.
the speed with which they regain possession. There's simply no rest, is there, for Girona?
No.
And they do happen to win the ball.
Nice, Martín. Good job recovering.
For example, Gavi working his way inside.
Take a shot. Take a shot, boys. Take a shot. Okay.
Lopez.
It went wide. It went over the bar.
Shot, not so well.
But that's what we want to see right there.
He's sharp today, Fermín. Look the way he just kills.
Nice.
The ball
Good
with his
cutback.
first touch. And then cutting inside.
Ooh, beat
Not
3
being afraid
defenders.
of using his
Ah.
foot.
Poor pass.
He
Did you hear about Osasuna filing a complaint against us for Iñigo's participation last game? If you did, what do you think? I did hear about that. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Iñigo, he was called up to the national team. He didn't actually go to the national team. Both the Spanish Federation and Barcelona were in agreement that Iñigo Martinez shouldn't be involved. And according to the rules, the exception that I saw is that that's perfectly fine. If both of them are in agreement, then there's no problem with that. But it's just crazy how Osasuna is complaining about Iñigo Martinez participating. Like that was a big, decision. Barcelona would still be in Osasuna with or without Iñigo Martinez.
Gavi back to Martinez. Iñigo Martinez reaching a milestone today at the back for Barcelona. 400 La Liga appearances.
But Spain released him? Yeah, he did. Yeah, they called him up, but they immediately released him because he got injured in the game against Atletico Madrid.
Pretty rarefied.
Inflammation in his knee.
This is 400. Eddie Garcia is also playing his 100th game with Barcelona.
Yeah.
It's kind of a milestone.
100 games for Barcelona for Eric Garcia. Wow.
He was out on loan for Girona last season.
Wow.
Yeah, for so long. Belonged to Manchester City as well, didn't he?
What's Eric Garcia's like total
Made the trip back
total
to
career
Barcelona.
appearances? I want to
Came
see
out of
this.
the Barcelona youth system,
Player
then he went to
profile.
Manchester City, and then he came back to La Masia and to Barcelona. He tried to replicate Gerard Piqué's early career when he moved to Manchester United, and then he came back to Barça.
Right.
All right, 35 appearances for Manchester City.
Barcelona's goal scorer.
So roughly like 150, somewhere around there. Okay.
Goal in the first
That's
half,
not bad.
he took him to 136 this year in all competitions, by far the most in Europe. And Hansi Flick's still on pace.
Well, for club. Okay.
To beat that record set by the 2011-2012 team. The closest team to them in all of Europe, Alex, was PSG. They got a little closer yesterday by scoring 6. But they still only have 119, so still some way behind the pace that Barcelona are setting.
Oh wait, isn't this? I'm pretty sure this is offside.
Equalizer, just like that.
Wait.
Well, maybe it's not as straightforward this afternoon for the Blaugrana. Jan Juma.
No way that Juma is onside.
Finish. And in the blink of an eye, Girona are level and their fans are in ecstasy.
Hold on. Let's take a look at this, because it seemed that he was coming from an offside position.
This has been one of the first times that Girona pressed Barcelona up the pitch. They're looking at something going on the replay. Maybe a foul on Lewandowski, maybe Danjuma's position. I think.
No, it's onside. Araujo.
And then let's talk about composure. That pass by Daley Blind, so sharp into the space, and then first time effort putting the ball away from.
Oh
Szczęsny.
man.
Just reviewing is those both just loose balls in which Girona just stole the ball from Barcelona's feet. What a finish by Danjuma, what a pass by Daley Blind.
Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah.
Well, call Rafinha on.
The title race is very much back on, isn't it? That goal will be celebrated as strongly in Madrid as it is in
Yeah.
Danjuma.
Frankie, Ferran, and Hector Ford all warming up.
His 4th goal of the campaign.
Paulo Torre as well.
A player who scored
Valde.
for Villarreal over the 3 years he was there. He
My
got 24 for the Yellow Submarine.
That's such a poor goal to concede, man. So poor.
Mitchell has been using him as a winger instead of a striker. But now, given the shortage, given the fact that Miovski is out from an injury, that Szczęsny cannot play for 90 minutes, he's pretty useful in that position, especially thanks to his speed. And
If Girona were defending in the first half, now they're just going to be defending for the tie.
share of the ball that you usually get.
And that's one of Araujo's weaknesses, man. He's great in the 1v1,
Ukrainian
physical monster.
ending in the foul. Well, it looked as though it was normal service being resumed coming out after half-time. Barcelona restoring their dominance in terms of possession, a couple of half chances. No sign of that equaliser arriving, Alex, but all of a sudden, a bit of a different complexion. We heard Gemma, who's there in Montjuic, talking about the anxiety level rising before the breakthrough arrived in the first half.
Okay.
And you can tell, Adrian, that Mitchell proposed something different to his players. He told them to press up the field, to not being so afraid of
Propose something different. It was a fucking
they're doing right now. They're trying to replicate.
It was a
Barcelona.
rebound.
This team used
It was
to
a loose ball.
very effectively. This is one of the things that have lost regarding last season.
Yeah, I didn't see any evidence that in the first half, did we? That's a lovely ball. Now Yamal.
Oh, that's just Koundé. No, boys. Oh.
Well, isn't it a pity that Koundé couldn't apply the finish, because that would have been picture perfect.
That was a lovely back here from Lamine.
Pass, which is delicious. The way Lamine Yamal brings the ball down, the back heel pass, everything was perfect. And yet, again, Lewandowski just a few inches away from a tap-in.
Oh my God, Lewandowski just too slow.
Yeah, if Koundé had dragged that shot a little more, it would have been Lewandowski to apply the finish, but it was between a rock and a hard place for the French fullback.
And it's all going down the right-hand side. Barcelona need to reinforce his left wing.
Yep. Yeah, theme you're returning to, Alex. You mentioned it a lot in the first half, but they haven't done anything about it. That's a great cross from Miguel Gutierrez. You mentioned his ability to provide assists. He's provided more than any other Girona player this season. The left back.
Yeah, you can tell by Girona in this second half. They're fearless. It doesn't matter. Once you are down and knowing the way Mitchell understands this sport, it doesn't matter.
Okay. I believe we need Rafa and Ferran.
By 1, by 2, or by 4 goals.
Yeah, what happened with the stream here now?
Yeah, it looks like Michel is going to...
Bajas con Koundé. So if you have to track back with Koundé, you just do it. Don't allow him to break into the space.
All right.
He's gonna play on the left.
Well, I do need some changes need to be coming about.
We shall see.
I think most likely you take out one of those midfielders.
To the goal, as you say, it all came
Oh, see, like,
Girona doing to Barcelona what they do to pretty much every opponent. A high press, the winning the ball back. Indeed, it is Asprilla who was out, and Porto on.
Porto in.
Scored twice against Barcelona last year in the 4-2 win at home.
One of those goals was a true goal. A volley, a lovely volley across the goalkeeper, was a screamer.
And that was the win, Alex, you might remember, that essentially handed the title to Real Madrid.
Yes, sir.
It ended it.
And that also made
Martín to space, puts in the cross. Nah, that's a poor cross.
One more year on the bench. Remember that crazy saga, Xavi resigning after losing here against Villarreal, and then a few weeks later, Joan Laporta confirming that he would be the manager for the next season, and then he getting...
Yeah, that was a crazy saga right there.
It was a crazy roller coaster.
30 minutes into the match.
Just about a year ago, Hansi Flick has just wiped all of that aside, hasn't he, with the way he's come in here and re-engineered this team.
Oh, lovely play from Pedri.
It's been such a thrill.
Lamine.
So fun to watch them. That's a great looking cross from Yamal. Well,
Nothing.
didn't quite fall his way. Eric Garcia.
There Garcia hits the post.
The outside of the post.
He did.
Oh.
Frankie de Jong and
All right,
Ferran
Frankie and Ferran both
on
coming
that
on.
side to have some danger coming from that.
Yeah, I would say maybe
effort by Eric Garcia.
maybe you take off Gavi.
Great game in an unusual position.
Take off Gavi and take off Eric.
He used to play as a holding
You leave
midfielder
Fermín.
beside Alex Garcia last year at Girona.
Knew he was going to be up for it today. Handed the starting role against his old teammates. Yamal allowed to continue. See the referee.
That has to be a yellow card. That has to be.
Being played.
Oh, Gavi's in space.
Martín with the right ball.
Lewa.
Header across.
That's a goal. That's a goal. That's a goal. That's a goal. Let's go.
Producing
Boom.
a conjuring trick.
Come on.
Talk about pulling a rabbit out of the hat. How did he get that?
Oh
into the
my
back
God.
net?
How did Lewandowski even get there?
Wizardry from Lewandowski.
Great job from Lamine continuing the play. Great cross from Gavi. And Fermín Lopez. Ah, there we go.
Let's go. Come on. This is
Iñigo, Gerard, Martín, good pass to Gavi. Gavi with the cross. Fermín Lopez with the assist.
On the hand, and Krejci is
Let's
a bit
go.
You cannot go that soft.
Through the legs?
The most, if not the
Oh,
most
that's a great finish.
striker in the planet. You cannot just go watch and hope that nothing's gonna
Oh
happen.
my goodness, what a goal.
And kudos to Fermín for heading that ball despite his lack of height, and then his ball, Lewandowski being smarter.
What a strike from the Polish.
Ruthless.
It's the sense of anticipation coupled with the determination. I mean, he was probably third favourite to reach that ball, Alex.
Yeah.
With two defenders and a goalkeeper ahead of him in the line to get there.
Yeah, but you need to point to Krejci. You cannot go that soft against Lewandowski defending your own 6-yard.
That's a great goal from Robert Lewandowski. Through the legs of the Girona keeper.
Season for
I want to see. I want to see if I can find like an image of this,
slowing down continues.
bro.
Of 36 is now his 37th goal in all competitions, and 8 in his last 9 La Liga starts.
Anything? Well, I'm pretty sure I'll find it by like the end of the match. Okay.
We saw Hansi Flick thinking about a couple of substitutions before the goal went in. Not sure if he's still thinking in that manner. Lamine Yamal with a little
No. That's not a foul.
one way than the other, and then judged to have committed the foul. The crowd don't like that decision.
They needed up to 3 players to just stop him.
He's just
Again,
falling
I don't
over.
say that, but it's the reminder. He's just 17. He is just 17. It's so scary. It's so scary for the rest of the world.
Oh, don't concede here. Don't concede here.
The promise perhaps for Porto. The substitute has gone a long way.
There we go.
Trying to score
Good job
a
tracking
goal
back.
for Yuma. And Iñigo Martinez to
Another
rescue.
counter from Girona. We can't be letting these guys just have these counters right here.
He was buying time, Iñigo Martinez, waiting for Porto to make a decision. Porto was hoping to drag Iñigo Martinez next to him and free Danjuma for that final.
Hansi Flick was going to bring
You
on
have played 400 games.
Frankie de Jong and Ferran, but with Barcelona getting that goal, he decided not to. Okay, that's interesting.
He knew exactly.
I have no idea where Araujo was.
Looks to set the table from the corner. A free header.
Free header for Girona.
Chance for Krejci to.
It's not a great game from Araujo so far. What's happening with the stream?
Yamal operating from the left-hand side momentarily.
Oh, nice level. No!
Lewandowski needed no second invitation. Gazzaniga forced to sprawl away to his left. To
Oh, what a save from Gazzaniga.
First time effort.
Oh, that was a great shot from Lewa.
Low, far post. This is where it hurts the most for a goalkeeper.
He had to get low.
Strong hand and pushes it away. Excellent reflection by
No,
Gazzaniga.
Ferran and Frankie de Jong still coming on.
What
Okay.
he's seeing, he wants a 3rd goal, and that's why he's playing Frankie de Jong and Ferran Torres to reinforce the squad. It's Gavi coming off.
Okay, Gavi was understandable. Is it going to be Eric or is it Fermín?
Will be the other player
Indeed.
withdrawn.
And Fermín, okay.
So it's a little bit more of a pause on the ball now with Frenkie de Jong and Pedri. You can just move the ball around, play a rondo in the middle of the park, and you've got someone now on the left-hand side that can really create trouble with Ferran Torres.
That's actually surprising. Gaza has been saving them all game.
Good looking cross.
All right.
Played on Thursday night, was withdrawn at half time against Osasuna. Kept out the starting lineup as a precaution, perhaps. He's being
Hold on.
in the lineup.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been under a lot of criticism since he arrived from Ajax because the expectations were probably unrealistic for him. He's Dutch, he's from the Netherlands, and there's that special connection. Well, we'll see again.
Dude,
Just outpowering
the ability to...
the 6-yard box. That service by Fermín Lopez.
That's a great goal from Lewandowski. In the air, between the legs,
But yeah,
and still able to
right.
score. That's crazy.
Best version of Frenkie de Jong, and he's gonna play number 10 today. because
Frenkie in the
Pedri
number
stays
10.
as a
Okay.
midfielder. Pedri is in that second height of the midfield, being kind of the link, the bridge between the holding midfielder and the number 10. And Frenkie de Jong is going to play up the pitch behind Lewandowski. This is where Hansi Flick likes him the most.
And I think it suits for Frenkie de Jong the best, I think.
Now, Atletico Madrid and Barcelona.
One of his weaker
semi-final
attributes is his defensive. Oh, nice.
On ESPN Plus. Wednesday, 3
Nah,
p.m.
Lamine Yamal.
start
The
time.
pass is too long.
Could we possibly get anything like we saw in that
Okay.
extraordinary first leg, Alex? That 4-4 draw where Barcelona were leading 4-2 towards the end.
So far, the 3 matchups between Atletico de Madrid and Barcelona this season have been frantic and a crazy roller coaster. Remember that 2-4 victory that Barcelona achieved right before the international break.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a 2-1 for Atletico Madrid. Then it was the 4-4, and then it was the 4-2 from us.
Against Girona. That could be curtains for Atleti in the title race. They would then be 9 points behind Barcelona with only 9 games to go. What do you think, Alex? Is that too much even for Diego Simeone's men to overhaul?
Absolutely, and there's even another element.
Oh, Pedri, good work.
Won the league in the 2021 season. They almost lost all the steam in the final stretch of the season. They lost a lot of the advantage that they had gained in the first half of the campaign. I don't see them pulling a comeback.
Araujo.
especially because they
Oh, nice. Low into space. Ah, but he's all the way in like the corner flag.
Considering that crazy turnaround.
Yeah.
Not the best cross.
Well, they were here
Okay.
in this city yesterday.
Goal kick for Girona. 20 minutes left into the match. Barcelona leading 2-1.
As Michel decides to make a couple more switches, and it's going to be the old man. You think Lewandowski's doing well at the age of 36. Christian Stuani is 2 years his senior at the age of 38, and still amongst the goals in La Liga. John Solis, the other substitute, is half his age.
That was a poor
Take the corner,
corner from Lamine.
dispatched at the near post to safety.
It should be for Yangel Herrera, who's on a yellow. Oh no, it's Artur.
Artur Melo.
Former Barcelona player, barely mentioned today. Since Girona didn't have the ball, Artur struggled. And Sigankov comes off the pitch. That will move Danjuma.
Girona
Alright.
over the last 8 or 9 years.
Was that Ansu Fati warming up?
Didn't they, when they went down, help get them back up.
Wait, is he actually warming up?
Here's Lewandowski. Martín.
He is warming up. Okay. Is he gonna come on? With this scoreline, I don't think so.
Yamal, showing
Foul.
inside. He burst into space until he was tripped
Okay.
by Miguel Gutierrez.
But this is exactly what Barcelona need now. Longer possessions, not rushing, trying to find the third goal or trying to create a chance. Just move the ball around, tire them out, play with their desperation, and eventually you'll find the right pass.
Cross from Pedri.
Delivery.
Into no one.
The two centre backs would come forward. Herrera helping it on.
Is Herrera on side here? Danjuma.
Gutierrez.
Ooh.
Sure that's what he had in mind.
Gutierrez was going for goal.
Szczęsny had left his near post unguarded. He was close to squeezing it in there.
Both Stuani and Porto were making a run into the far post. This is where Barcelona needs
He
to be careful.
he was gonna be offside anyways.
Try to prevent, obviously, Girona playing that pass in the middle of the park. Then good overlapping by Miguel Gutierrez.
Okay.
And yeah, if Mitchell is desperate, because he's saying what we were saying, is that there were two guys at the far post. Send the ball there.
Well, we've seen it on many occasions.
Oh, what? No, I thought that pass was going to
Barcelona
go into Ferran.
don't have retreating into a
I don't think the context of the game is
They continue to press,
fit for Ansu Fati.
play the high line,
With the scoreline this tight,
and opponents know that. And know that there will be chances late in games for them, perhaps.
And this is how Atletico de Madrid were able to pull a comeback at the Copa del Rey semi-final. They were down 4-2, and they beat the high line twice to get the draw.
Danjuma taking on Koundé.
No.
Stabbing it clear, but
a lot of players are actually warming up for Barcelona right here.
Girona with
Okay.
a corner to work with.
Koundé needs more support by Lamine Yamal trying to track down Miguel Gutierrez. Otherwise, there's going to be a 2v1 situation between Miguel Gutierrez and Danjuma against Jules Koundé. Now that Girona are more offensive, they feel that they have nothing left to lose.
15 minutes left into the match. Danjuma with the corner. Oh, it goes far. Nice.
Have a redo there. Over hitting it beyond everyone. He's the man whose goal sparked life into this encounter. And this is how he finished.
Great finish from Danjuma, if we're being honest. That was a great finish. It's a tough game, but I think it's a little soft for a derby.
As well on the shot.
I agree. It's not.
Szczęsny had nothing to do there.
I don't think these two teams you necessarily say they're rivals.
11%
No.
success rate.
Rafinha unused subbed for Hansi Flick on the day.
Will Rafinha get the entire afternoon off? It does look increasingly that way. Thursday night's game against Osasuna was the first he had not played a part in all season long, and looks like it could be a second consecutive game.
Yeah, 2 games in which he's not involved.
Well, Danjuma is getting some space at the moment, isn't he? He's making the most of it too.
Nice, Koundé. It seems as Girona that they're trying to target Jules Koundé right here.
An important interception, but then Yamal giving it away. One back by Solis.
I know this is an unpopular opinion, a very unpopular opinion, but Lamine Yamal needs to be replaced. because he's not sharp. He's losing steam. Miguel Gutierrez is projecting on the left-hand side, and he's not tracking.
Well, I mean, that's not a very unpopular opinion.
Need some rest.
Yeah.
We're in the 75th minute of the match. A substitution for Lamine Yamal would be smart.
And the way he looks after his
It's
own
still a
ball.
rival because of the region. Yeah, I guess.
As I say, maybe this is a chance for the German manager to intervene.
Nice, Frankie.
Smooth turn by De Jong. And a driving run. It's opening up. And it's Lewandowski now.
There we go.
Lewandowski.
There we go from Lewa.
It's almost automatic when you give him that much space and time.
There we go. Oh, and Hansi Flick made the sign for substitution. Barcelona 3-1.
And better for Robert Lewandowski.
Brace
And likewise for Barcelona.
for Lewandowski. Let's go. What a run by Frankie.
Final touch, but it was Frankie de Jong who paid
Great
the
run
price.
from Frankie right there.
It all starts with this.
Great pass from Araujo. Frankie able to beat the pressure, and then he does what he does best. Ball carrying, finds the right pass. Lewandowski. I thought he messed up with the touch, but no. Perfect. Bottom right-hand corner.
And then it's just about the polish, just finding the angle and putting it away. But what a move by Frankie de Jong. It's the reception, it's the shielding of the ball, it's the turn, and it's the way.
Great strike from Lewandowski. Great strike.
Until he found the space for linking up with Robert Lewandowski. The Polish made the third, second of.
Look at how Hansi celebrates.
This looks over finally for Barcelona, unless Girona says otherwise.
25 goals for Robert Lewandowski this season. Can he get 30? Can he get 30? Most likely. If he gets 35, it would be a fantastic season for Lewandowski. There's 9 matches left. Ooh, for 10 goals, that's going to be tough. He'd have to get 2... Oh.
38 in all competitions now.
A goal per game,
And surely
basically.
take something monumental to stop him winning the Pichichi again.
If he gets 30, I think that's a successful season. A very successful season.
A league's top scorer, second time in Spain to go with 7 in Germany. That's an astonishing figure, Alex. Not even Lionel Messi finished.
At least 32 goals is realistic. You think so?
For him.
So right now, Lewandowski is... There's only 9 games left in the season. Oh, Frankie.
And look at Frankie de Jong. He's on
Oh,
fire.
ole.
This is a very different player than the one that started.
Ole. Okay, so there's 9 games left in the season. Balde and Pau Victor. No, Pau Cuarci.
He was mixing up Spanish and English. Hansi Flick. He started in Spanish. He said adelante, and then he switched to English.
Yeah.
Adelante.
Wondering how his Spanish
As long as he doesn't go on the drought. No, obviously. But if we're talking about his position right now in the season as the Pichichi, how many goals do you guys think that he's going to score?
Right. He pretends that he doesn't understand neither Spanish or Catalan, and he's shielded away.
So Robert Lewandowski, he's on 25. I think he gets to 30. He gets to 30 in these 9 games. Does he score more than that?
He's going to come on. And young
I'm giving him a margin of error, basically.
Ajax
32 max would be great for 35.
stream of talent.
Okay, 32 max.
For Spain. Well,
35 would be insane.
former Ajax player. He's way to Girona this season.
He scored on his debut in Primera División, the first fixture of La Liga.
5.
This season.
Iñigo coming off. Okay.
So Iñigo Martinez will get to sit and savor the rest of his 400th appearance in La Liga. Kubasi is a replacement.
Why is it Eric?
And it's Eric Garcia, I think, the other player to come off. Yeah. That's an interesting choice. Now,
Why not take out like Pedri, for example?
fullbacks on the left-hand side. It's going to be Gerard Martín and Alex Balde playing as a left winger. Frankie de Jong and Pedri in the middle of the park, and Ferran Torres playing alongside.
Lovely to see Paco Garcia back though.
Lewandowski.
Very interesting. That pretty much confirms, doesn't it, that we're
Ah.
going to be seeing Rafinha this afternoon.
No, we're not.
Not needed. Rafinha was like a fire extinguisher.
And Ansu Fati
Because you
back on the
need it
bench.
when you really need it in case of emergency.
Break glass in case of emergencies, Alex, yeah. And other than that brief period where Girona equalised early in the second half.
Hector 4, Paulo Torre,
Emergency today.
and who else is warming up?
2 goals.
I'm pretty sure that Robert Lewandowski wants to stay on for the hat trick.
Craftsman.
Great game for Iñigo and Eric. They've been solid. They've been solid.
who have-
I think that trio has been really good.
Now, Copa del Rey on Tuesday.
Obviously, you know, I would say the mistake for the Girona goal
We'll have full coverage starting at 3 p.m.
was poor.
On ESPN Plus.
But overall, it's been a good game defensively from Barca.
Are we indeed going to get an El Clasico Copa del Rey final? Alex, Barcelona have more work to do, don't they, to produce that than Real Madrid, who have the lead to take home with them.
That's true.
Yeah, there could be a final stretch of the season, an unprecedented final stretch of the season. Because let's be optimistic and let's think that both Real Madrid and Barcelona make their way to the Copa del Rey. So you've got a Clásico. You've got another Clásico waiting. In the
Yeah, we can have like
25
possibly
in La Liga
like
that
3 or 4 El
can
Clásicos
be
towards the end of the season.
Some sort of a final for the title. And both teams could still meet.
One in La Liga,
The Champions League
one in the
final.
Champions League,
They're
one in the
on
Copa del Rey.
other side of the bracket. They have never faced each other in a Champions League final.
Wow.
So imagine 3 Clásicos
Yeah.
that can decide 3 different titles.
It would be really just a fitting end to what has been just quite an amazing La Liga season.
Pedri into space.
Well done by Lamine Yamal.
I'd give some rest to Pedri.
Looking at the fixture list remaining in La Liga for Barcelona, Alex, and starting from today, in the next 6 games in La Liga, Barcelona only have to play 1 team in the top 7, and that's Betis next week. Their final 4 games of the season are a lot tougher. They have that Clásico against Real Madrid at home, then they have the Barcelona derby against Espanyol, they'll be away, then Villarreal at home, and then Athletic Bilbao away. That's a tough stretch over the last 4 games of the season if the title's still hanging in the
Bad pass from
balance.
Pau.
And especially those 2 last opponents, because it's quite likely that Villarreal and Athletic Club are going to be still trying to secure their Champions League spots. And
Yeah.
they're fighting against each other for securing that Champions League place. So it's never a good deal having to go to Bilbao in the last week with the title on the line.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, who knows? The title could be over.
That Villarreal already won here at Montjuic last year, as we mentioned.
Yep.
Yeah, but that was last year. That's different. That's a different Barcelona team. In regards to that, I mean, the tie race could already be decided by then.
Barcelona
We'll have to see.
continue to, stay ahead of Real Madrid, perhaps even extend that lead over the course of the next 5 or 6 weeks before they meet again here. May the 11th. Going for the second Clásico of the season.
Real Madrid left a lot of doubts yesterday in their victory against Leganés.
Their questionable victory against Leganés as well.
About the way they play. Their
Oh, also, it was a great goal from Mbappe.
entertaining, so solid, and that is not
Ferran.
something that Real Madrid can do.
Oh, Ferran.
Entertaining and solid. How about 4 for Barcelona and Ferran Torres?
4-1.
A rich vein of goal-scoring form. He's doing what Lewandowski
What a goal
does.
from Ferran.
Make it look automatic. And this victory now has a margin about it that didn't look to be coming for a big part of this game. And they have just powered away over the closing stretch.
He does his signature celebration.
It's Pedri combining to Frankie.
Oh, what a pass from Frankie to Martin. Great ball from Gerard Martin. He gets an assist as well.
Was waiting for it, and then Lewandowski just moving away from the ball, opening that little gap for Ferran Torres. And let's talk about quick execution. This is something so
That's a
hard
great
to
goal.
see in professional football, where pace and time are so tight.
That's a great goal because he takes the touch with his right foot and he immediately takes a strike with his left.
Finishing with style with his left foot. Perfect Ferran Torres. One of the players that have improved the most under Hansi.
What a goal from Ferran.
Yeah, he's already having a career year, isn't he? The Shark, Ferran Torres. That's his 15th goal in all.
Yeah, 15th goal. Proper 9 goal.
Liga. Pedri will get a few minutes of deserved rest.
Good to see that Pablo Torre is on. He definitely deserved minutes. Sad it's only like 5, but
Pablo Torre, I was reading, one of a couple of current Barcelona players who've been linked with a move to Girona. Michel apparently has his eyes on Pablo Torre, and also Ansu Fati.
Pablo Torre was already out on loan at Girona last season. He didn't play that much. And Ansu Fati, that was also a request that Girona already tried to sign him on loan last summer when he was coming back to Barcelona after being loaned out to Brighton. And Ansu Fati didn't want to leave, but the message is clear for him. Hansi Flick has even talked about him publicly.
yeah, he doesn't count on him. Simple. You're not on my plans.
That are training with an incredible attitude on a daily basis, and they deserve a reward. So it's clear that Ansu Fati is not part of his plans anymore.
Well, it was 4-1 back on September the 15th in Montilivi, and it's 4-1 here. A measure of revenge, perhaps, for Barcelona. There's a couple of 4-2 defeats handed them to Girona last year.
I mean, this is a much weaker Girona side than last year. And then last year was like an anomaly for them. Dovbyk leaving, Alex Garcia leaving, Savinho leaving. Oh, lovely back heel. Nice, Pablo.
Chases on here, and the chance to perhaps make it 5. It's 4 against 3. Balde, good tackle. Well, Krejci.
Why did he not pass it back?
Perhaps his best moment.
Yeah, it was a great tackle. But
oh man, you could have given Lebo his hat trick. Unfortunate. The motherfucking shark, what a guy, Ferran. He's having his best season ever. Girona got raided in the summer transfer. They absolutely did. They lost Eric Garcia. They lost Dovbyk. They lost who else? Eric Garcia, Dovbyk, Alex Garcia, and Savinho. Am I missing one? That's four starters gone. Nice, Pablo.
Final minutes.
Great work from Pablo Torre. Jan Goto as well. Borussia Dortmund. Ooh!
Agonizingly close to providing.
That could have been the 5th.
Exclamation mark.
No, Lamine was so close. Oh, I know he's frustrated.
So fun to watch. You can always expect some piece of magic by.
Oh, that's so unlucky.
Crossbar and then the post. It's not only his quality, it's his imagination.
It would have been a great goal from Lamine if he scored that.
His creativity. He's got everything.
And how old is he, Alex?
Yeah, 17.
17. Have I ever told you?
All right.
5 minutes of stoppage time, and Barcelona aren't backing off, are they? They're going after number 5.
It could have been 5 and 6 if we're being honest.
They're enjoying themselves.
I'll tell you what, we've mentioned it a few times, their chase for the record goals haul ever in club history, which was that team from 2011-2012. They continue to be ahead of that pace and show no signs of slowing down.
Oh, what a pass from Balde. Martín, you're into space. You're into space right here.
That was a good recovery too by Porto. Give the credit him for that.
I want Lewandowski to score his hat-trick.
Martín couldn't hold him off.
They're still pressing. Adrian, stoppage time. The game is over. 4-1. And they're still forcing Gazzaniga to send the ball off bounds.
Yeah, they want to get the fifth.
He produced a couple of wonderful saves, didn't he, in the first half. Gazzaniga to keep this close. Girona came out at the start of the second half and got their equaliser. And just for a moment, there was some doubts swirling around. Those doubts so swiftly removed.
You want to be involved. And the players that replaced him haven't given a quarter of the performance. Yeah. Some of them were even, talked about coming to Barcelona. Alex Garcia. Oh, nice.
Ball, but Balde has it back. Balde! And Gazzaniga.
Lewandowski is so frustrated right there. Balde wants his goal.
A frustrating afternoon for Gazzaniga. He's playing an excellent game, but yet he has conceded 4 goals so far. It all started with, again, another anticipation.
Alex Garcia made sense for rotation if Frankie de Jong left.
When Girona was trying to
I think Xavi was a big fan of him. Off the Bayer Leverkusen, though, I believe. Ooh.
Lewandowski timed his run to perfection. Again, off the back of his head, just holding a little.
Not too accurate. But hey, guys, Barcelona winning 4-1. Absolutely solid performance. First half, I can't really comment because I wasn't able to watch it. But second half, I'll just say professional. Yet again, professional performance. We started off a little bit slow. We'll be honest. Girona able to take advantage of a mistake, of a loose ball. Made things a little bit worrisome, but Barcelona quickly get back to the lead. And we get the 3 points. And that's the most important thing. Because when we look at that La Liga table, as we have been talking about, Barcelona retained their 3-point lead over Real Madrid. Absolutely vital and super, super important. And
Yeah.
Last action of play.
One shot, one goal, isn't it, for him?
Yep.
There we go.
There is his free kick. He's repelled, and there's a breakout on here, and they're streaming forward. It's another 4 against 3 for Barcelona.
Lamine Yamal with the ball. Lamine.
Yamal.
No!
Just wanted to get it on that left foot for the shot.
Bro, that's like the worst part. Robert Lewandowski like full-on sprinted for that.
His goal, Alex Balde was a little bit too slow.
Literally, you saw every single Barcelona player sprint. Nah, that's ridiculous. Yeah. There we go. No hat-trick for Robert Lewandowski. Great goals from Barcelona right here. But all right, guys. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the watch along. Barcelona getting the 3 points. Super, super good. Good solid performance. And like I said, as soon as Frankie got on, things changed. They did change. They changed for the positive. Also, I feel bad for Ansu. He was supposed to come on, but he didn't get the chance to play. I mean, hey, it's understandable. Hansi Flick has said time and time again, You're not in my plans. You're not in my plans. You need to be showing more, training harder. And when you have players such as Paulo Torre, who whenever they do come on and in their limited minutes, they do show glimpses of flashes. You see some very good moments. You're obviously not going to be counting on them. You're not obviously not going to be counting on Ansu. But overall, guys, Barcelona get the 3 points. Very solid performance. And we're going to be moving on to Barcelona's match in midweek against Atletico Madrid. That's going to be a huge game. Huge game. Second leg in the Wanda. First leg in the 4-4. We're going to be talking about that on the channel in a little bit more. But I'll be back in a couple minutes with the match reaction. What's up, Dorian? Culer, how come your live started late? I didn't realize you were streaming. Dorian, it's because I wasn't able to access ESPN. So I was able to log into ESPN, but when I clicked on the link to open up like the stream to watch the game, it wouldn't let me. I tried restarting my PC, restarting my Wi-Fi, restarting the browser. Nothing was working, and it wasn't until somehow in the end of the first half I was able to somehow open up the stream. But that's why I wasn't able to go live at the start of the match, because I had everything ready. I was gonna go live, as normal. But ESPN was having some issues, or I don't know, it was my end of the server. I don't know. But point is, Barcelona still got the victory. That's the most important thing. And lovely to see. All right. But I'll be back in a couple of minutes with the match reaction. Ooh, look at that. Man City losing. We'll see. But guys, catch you guys all in the next video. Peace out, guys.